Good evening, everyone. My name is Hamza Idris, and I was part of IAP cohorts 10 and a graduate of the A. James Clark School of Engineering. I'd like to congratulate all the seniors on your amazing accomplishment and the new scholars for being selected for this life-changing program. You're both part of an incredible legacy of achievement. I'm part of this as well, and I'm so proud to call myself an alumnus of this program. IAP has many success stories, and I would consider myself one of them. So what am I talking about? Well, for starters, I had some academic success. I had a couple of 4.0 semesters. I landed a couple of competitive research opportunities. I had the privilege to study abroad twice. I also had some pre-professional successes. I landed internships with top companies. I had co-op experiences, and I had 8 job offers prior to graduating. Now, most people would say that these were noteworthy accomplishments, and I would agree. But I would argue that my failures leading up to these wins are what is truly remarkable. I'm talking unglamorous failures. I got denied admission to the School of Engineering as an incoming freshman. I had a few 2.0 semesters, and I almost lost my place in IAP before I got any of my 4.0s. I got rejected from countless campus jobs, lost student elections, was denied teaching assistant positions and tutoring positions, all before I got into any of my research programs, my internships, or my co-ops. In fact, I almost got dismissed from the School of Engineering altogether. I failed big and I failed hard, and I could hardly afford to do so as the oldest son of 7. I needed to be a role model for my siblings, so there was a lot of pressure to succeed. So you may be wondering how I was able to recover from all of these seemingly life-altering failures. Well, I would say I had lots of practice. Practice? Yep, we're talking about practice. I deliberately put myself in situations where I had no clue what I was doing. I struggled through them, failed, and learned something in the process. It was difficult to take all those hits, but it helped develop my endurance. This grit and resilience are in the DNA of IAP students. They're unstoppable and not easily broken by life circumstances. Now, not everyone may have the same approach or have the stomach for all the times that I failed, but I'm representative of IAP students, hardworking, tenacious, creative, and resourceful. IAP students are strong, but they also know when to ask for help. And I want to clarify that I by no means made it out of my low points by myself. I had a lifeline that most did not. I had my IAP network. I had a distinguished program that could vouch for me when others questioned me. Now, everybody knows about the financial support provided by IAP, but the program was more than money for me. It was a golden opportunity for an inner city kid from Baltimore to become exposed to the immense opportunities at the University of Maryland, to try different things, push boundaries, and step outside of my comfort zone. It provided clarity and context to the unfamiliar world of college life, a group of peers to share experiences with, exposures to possibilities I never considered or even knew existed, and a safety net for when I face planted along the way. I didn't have relatives or family friends that I could consult about college, but Jackie, her staff, and my fellow scholars were always able to help point me in the right direction and introduce me to someone who could help. This opportunity laid the foundation for my success at Maryland. I now work at Clark Construction in Washington, D.C., and my first project was to work on the National Museum of African American History and Culture. On the road to its opening, yep, you guessed it, I made some major mistakes. I won't get into all the details of the fountains that I built incorrectly, which flooded the basement not once, but twice, just weeks before the grand opening. I'll leave that to your imagination. Suffice it to say, it was yet another failure, a failure through which I met the vice president of the Quality Control Department, which led to my work in building forensics. I became the go-to guy in the entire region if a project has a critical issue they can't solve. So today, I stand tall as one of the many monuments of all that can be for those willing to go the distance without fear. I'm the embodiment of true dedication and resilience, and a testament to the fact that hard work does pay off. Most importantly, I am IAP, a reflection of all those who came before me, those who are in the program now, and those new students who will join our rich tradition in the fall. Cohort 21, I hope you approach IAP and the University of Maryland with an open heart and a curious mind. Make the most of the opportunities that IAP has to offer and thrive in both college and in life. Do your part, always fail forward, and become another success story. Thank you.